What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless. Welcome back to another episode of our Fearless Show podcast. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Dareece Walker. Say what up to everybody.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 2020. And it is me and Dario back again with the Fearless Show. About to chop it up. It's been a while. Sorry for the, vacancy. But, about to chop it up, get back into it.
Yeah, this is our first show of 2020, so it took us a minute to get around to it, but had a lot going on, man. We're all over the place. Definitely working. So, before we get into that, obviously today's date is February 17th, 2020 for posterity. If you like any of these podcasts we're doing, smash that like and subscribe button for us wherever you watch this. If it's on YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever. And if you like any of the gear, I got this new one rocking right now that will be up on the site very shortly. You can head to the official site and grab some for yourself. But before we hop right into the topics, like I said, we've been busy, and I think you got a little something going on internationally, don't you?
Oh yeah, just let the people know. Y'all know I'm an artist. I got this opportunity to show with some of the most major African American artists in the last 100 years.
100 years.
There's essentially there's a show titled Tell Me Your Story, and it's at the Kunsthal Kade in Amersfoort, Netherlands, basically. It's like maybe a half hour outside of the what's it called? The main joint. Amsterdam.
Okay,
yeah. Brain freeze. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, it's like a half hour outside of Amsterdam. I've been told that Amersfoort is kind of like the more swankier, kind of like upscale area. So it's pretty cool to be in a contemporary art museum internationally. But a little bit more about the show.
Years. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's only roughly 50 artists representing the United States African American storytelling. So I'm one of those 50, and I get to grace the walls with names that you might know, like Kehinde Wiley, who did the presidential portrait.
Mm-hmm.
Kara Walker, who's legendary.
You've covered them on the site.
There's a lot of people. Who else? I mean, just icons. So it's crazy to be up on the wall in a museum space, but that's the kind of space that I tried to make work for. So feeling nice about myself. I had this curator talk to me about a year ago, almost a year ago, and now we're here.
So basically, what you're saying is, your price is going up.
Yeah, I mean, look. If your price goes down, you're hustling backwards.
I mean, that's big time, yo.
Yeah.
That's big time to be in.
Gotta be
one of 50.
Steady.
Out of 100 years of history, that's crazy, yo. That's definitely big time.
Yeah.
And,
man.
I mean,
Thank you
for people out there not in the art world. Kind of, you want to tell us about the process of how that happened and how you got your artwork out there and how all that stuff,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the way I'm in this show isn't the same as a lot of the other artists. Even the ones that are around my age, they have gallery representation, and I'm what you might call an independent artist. I'm not repped by a gallery or a label,
Unsigned hype right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm unsigned hype, basically. So it's a little different. You kind of got to just make your own noise, but it really starts in the studio. That's everything starts in the studio. But I guess to make a small story about how this all full circle came together with this art show in the Netherlands. There's a guest curator, Rob Perry, who has been curating African American art for 30 years. He's a white male But he went to an art show, and I forget, he told me the story, but it was this African American female's work. It could have been. I don't want to say the name wrong, so I'm not going to say it. But her show was so transformative that he started to like research more and more, and then put on shows about what he was researching, and then he just kept that going. So then he had a website dedicated to art news about stuff like that called Africana.org. And one of his writers happened to write about me in my art in like say 2016. Um, so him being like the editor of that happened to see my work through his editorial just review of the site and everything, just keeping up with what's going on. And essentially that's how he just kept me in mind. So as the prospectus for the show came about and he was a guest curator for this museum, he was thinking about artists and he wanted artists from the, I guess they were referring to it as the Bloom generation, I guess, the new, and
The next wave.
yeah, the next wave. So yeah, since he had essentially been impressed by my work, like 3 years prior, because it was 2019 when we had spoke. He would just remembered that, and that made enough an impression to like, oh, go look me up again, and then be like, oh, hey, let me do a studio visit with this guy. So then did a studio visit, and the studio visit went well. I kind of talked him into putting in like one of my biggest painting actually.
Yeah, it
It
was
was like
it was a big one,
25
right?
feet
Yeah,
long.
put the big boy up there. That's why I was like, how you got that one
Yeah.
out there? That wasn't easy. That couldn't be easy.
Yeah, that was nice. Actually, what's cool about that painting is it rolls up. It's meant to just be mounted to the wall, so it's not stretched on stretcher
Okay,
bars. So
all
it's
right.
actually really easy to move around because you just roll it up in a tube. Um, but that piece, yeah, but it is like I think one of the largest pieces in the show just because of how wide it is. Um,
So you gonna stand out
but
off top.
yeah, man. So I got lucky, and I'm in like the main room, so it's like it's real lit. So like you have to see it. Like I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, so I had a studio visit with him, and then his gallery director or the director of the Kunstakade. Um, his name's also Rob. um, we had a studio visit like a month later, and then yeah, basically it was like, yeah, Rob was telling me the big piece and this cardboard one were the ones he was thinking of with the arms out, and I was like, oh, okay. It's like, so I had the cardboard one installed, but the long one I couldn't really install, so I had like a piece from that same series that was like 11 feet, and I had that in my studio basically, so you could see like the medium and basically what it would look like. And yeah, it went well. And then from there, it was just we'll be in touch. And then emails started to come back and forth about, uh, you know, uh, all the lease agreement stuff, um, transportation and shipping and all that, blah, blah, blah. There's a catalog. So I had to send like high res images and yeah, we'll see when I get the catalog. But yeah, there's a bunch of little things went into it. But yeah, it's got to make an impression with your art and then make an impression in person, basically.
Dope, man. Super dope. Big time. Definitely stepping up. You want to give them like, if anybody happens to be, around Europe, let's check it out. How long is the show going for?
Yeah, so yeah, if you're in Europe, you decide to slide through Amsterdam, why don't you go make your way to the Kunstakade in Amersfoort? It's gonna be up till May, like 10th or something. So it's got some time.
Yep. All
We're in
right.
February.
I'll definitely put the details in the description of where this goes up, and definitely go check them out, man.
Yeah, and like I said, it's like 100 years of history, so it's a big show a lot of major artists. And yeah,
Bet.
I'm blessed to be in it.
Bet. So, you know, like I said, we've been gone for a while, so there's been quite a bit we've missed. 2020 has gotten off to a weird, kind of rocky start to say the least. And
Definitely.
I don't want to, relitigate everything that we missed, but we definitely can't, start the year with podcasting without touching on this a little bit. And, the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and like everybody else, man.
Yeah, bro. I couldn't even believe it was.
I still don't
I'm
believe
still
it. Like,
confused. I'm still shocked.
Wait, he's not here? Like,
it's confusing. It hurts too. It like hurts because he's like everywhere. Like, because I'm like a fan of basketball too. So just even continuing to watch basketball, like he's being contributed every day.
Everywhere.
Like I was walking down the street in New York, and there was like a newspaper all in Chinese, and Kobe Bryant's photo like was in it. I could see him, but I didn't know what else the newspaper was saying.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like, but it was just blowing on the ground, and I was like, he's literally everywhere. Like everybody cares. Like,
Bro, I think did I text you? I text you, right?
yeah, you texted me like right. It was like right when the news had broke, and they didn't even know. They were still reporting it was like 7 people when you texted me. They didn't have all the information yet.
Bro,
All you said was Kobe with the exclamation point. And I was like, what? So like I just started researching, and I was so confused. I was like, is this a joke? This gotta be some terrible troll. Like when B.O.B. when Bob got trolled when they said he died, and then
yeah.
he woke up the next day and saw it and like yelled at the phone. And it was like, fuck y'all for saying all that. Where was the love? Like I thought it was like some kind of troll like that. Like, oh, they're gonna troll Kobe. You can't troll.
Yeah,
Kobe.
you always gotta be a little careful with like the death news, especially nowadays, because people always are trying to troll and people are putting out false narratives. So, like I woke up and just scrolling through, emails, messages, whatever, and I just see a notification. I think I was on IG maybe, and it was like first TMZ, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, nah, it can't be right. So I started, doing more. Then you start seeing it pop up on like the real news sites and shit, and I'm just like, yo.
Well, TMZ reported before the family knew about it.
Yeah, which is, anyways.
Yeah.
TMZ is fucking trash, but
yeah. No, that was gross.
I
was like,
expect
wait,
nothing.
she had to find out through TMZ.
A trash organization like them. Like I try to stay as far away from TMZ as I can. But I was like, fucking. I mean, it's fucking devastating, because like, I think it's just one of those moments. Like the entire world like stood still, bro. Like that's how fucking big and iconic he was. That the entire world stands still. Like there's moments, that you'll always kind of remember, like where you were, what's happening on like when something happened like that, and it's crazy that this is one of them. Especially he was only like 40, 41. Like he just retired not that long ago. He was just won the Oscars. He was just doing like so much more shit. Like you really got to see like more of him outside of just like the super focused, laser focused like athlete. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, and like now we're like hearing about all these like other ventures and like people he touched like outside of basketball.
Yeah, man, and that's...
like Dana White from the UFC was like talking about how much like Kobe invested in the UFC and like was a huge supporter of them, and like he was actually gonna see him that week too. Like it was crazy.
Like bro, like I really got like choked up. Like it's crazy because it's like you don't even really know him, but it's just like somebody that was like that big of a part of like our lives growing up, and that iconic that's like doesn't seem...
Yeah, like me and you used to like battle each other and like probably shout out Kobe on the court, like like
you're bigger than life when your one name is that everybody knows. Like just say Kobe, everybody knows exactly what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like that one sucked. Like there's just certain things like deaths, like Nipsey's death, like Pac, like Big, like this one, like it's right up there like that. This one fucking
Definitely.
sucks, man. And
Yeah.
I mean, and
Yeah.
then finding out about his daughter was, God, that shit wasn't
Yeah. I
that
started
hurt,
to.
bro.
I wasn't crying yet, but then
That
like
was
I got the
real
like
close.
final blow
Yeah,
of the Gianna part, and I just like because I was in my studio, and like I'm working on a series right now called Black Fathers Matter. So it's like
yeah,
I'm
yeah. That's
surrounded
weird
by
timing. Yeah,
all these photos and images of like black dads with their kids and stuff, and then I get that news while I'm in the studio.
then you
So
see
like
all these.
I was fucked up for a few hours.
I'm still kind of fucked up. Like it's weird, man.
Like I couldn't move. I was crying. I was like what the fuck am I like? How do I even work now? Like like those two spirits. Not even just those two, but the
Everybody
kids, the
else,
mom,
yeah, the whole
the
family almost.
yeah, almost the whole family. Like almost the whole nuclear family. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, this one hurt, man. This one definitely hurt, and
And there's no one to blame, really.
there's always should have, would have, could have, and like if you didn't get on it, if they didn't let them fly that day, all types of this. But
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of like Aaliyah's death.
yeah,
Like, like there were some warnings of not to take off,
definitely.
but they still did.
Yeah, this one's weird, man. Like, it just doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right. Like especially like losing Nipsey, Mac, like all these people in the recent
Yeah.
years, and then Kobe. Like, come on, bro. Nah, impossible.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about?
Kobe?
Especially
No,
because we just saw
no
him
fucking way.
yesterday, like the day before.
Right, he
Like
just
everyone seen
Bron
him
just
the day
passed him,
before.
and then everybody was talking about him, like, and you send out love and all this, and then it was just like
Yeah, he was giving him
gone.
dap. He was like, yeah,
Fuck. Oh man, that was always gonna hurt.
yeah,
This was definitely gonna stick, and
yeah. I mean,
his
for
legacy's gonna be
people
forever.
who
So
want to support, I know that they did change his foundation's name from Mamba to Mamba and Mambasita um, Foundation, which helps support athletes and carry on the legacy that Kobe was trying to
definitely,
put forth with just savviness off the court savviness essentially.
definitely. I mean, as fucked up as this was, and like tragic, only good thing is that I think it will, inspire people even more than like he already did, and there could be some good that can definitely come from this. But other than that, man, rest in peace to a legend, absolute fucking legend.
Yeah, absolute legend, crazy goat, like inspired everybody who's on the court playing basketball today, without question, and you will be remembered.
So, I guess. So I guess we're gonna have this conversation. So, following all that, you get a lot of different reactions. You get some shitty ones, and you get, whenever somebody dies like that, you always get shit drug up from the past about him, and like some people praise him, some people try to, kind of.
Are we about to talk about a certain journalist?
We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about stuff in general, but
Oh, okay.
she's part of it. She's definitely so. Gayle King recently had an interview with Lisa Leslie and
Gayle
brought up the rape allegations again. And there's been a very, very strong backlash. I don't need to go through it all, but you can go check it out for yourself. But I mean, the bigger conversation I really want to have, because honestly, I understood why she did it, but I just don't.
Yeah.
I always hate it because it's like you had 10 years to really talk about this. I thought we were far past this, and if you really just look into the allegations, obviously there's a lot of fishy things going on around there. But just the fact that you had all this time to like really be so upset and offended by this, and then now you choose the time to.
The timing is
horrible. So like I understand why you kind of brought it up, because
the question was,
as a journalist,
the timing.
But
They
it's the
weren't
timing.
they didn't have the funeral yet.
Yeah, it's the timing. And
She did it before they even had the funeral. Like they didn't even have their service to mourn, and I'm on national television
I
trying
mean,
to dig up dirt.
my point is, I think she should have just dropped it right when she asked her. So do you think? What do you
She
think about this?
tripled
Yeah,
down.
that's what I'm saying. And at least Leslie was like, "Yeah, we should just. It's been handled in the courts. It's been acquitted. So we should just leave it like at that." And then she should have just left it at that, and she didn't.
Oh yeah,
That made
facts.
it look even worse.
Well, and honestly, the backlash from that would have been acceptable, I'm sure, for Gayle. But like, it's literally the next part that she does, like you wouldn't have like,
Yeah,
and
I was
then
like, ooh. I was like, ooh.
I was like, but what are we talking about
I was
right
like,
now?
uh-oh.
I was like, what's this conversation about now?
We already
Gayle?
know how
Like,
this is gonna go for you.
yeah,
So
where are you
bad.
taking this?
I mean,
And then Lisa Leslie, like Gayle was so tone deaf that Lisa Leslie had to talk about Gayle to her face, but like use code. So she was like, I really think the media, like, like she's addressing your gross question and how you talking to her.
yeah.
Like, you're the media. Like, look, like you should really have some more respect. Like that's what she's telling her to her face. And then she gave it a triple down. I was like, all right, Gayle. That was the last straw, like that. So it was just offensive. Like, so Gayle then wants to get on her phone and talk to us about like, oh nah, that was just the clip, the network, the net, nah, they weren't in the ground yet. You tripled down on controversy, and we just thought it was distasteful and gross. So
It
you just
was
got to
all that
accept it.
and above. So
Just accept it and apologize and move on. Don't try to like, nah, it was somebody else. Nah, you did that.
yeah, the backlash definitely has been swift and strong, and I think it's gone definitely too far in points, specifically like Snoop, like he was tripping.
Snoop.
But
Yeah, so that's another thing. Snoop Dogg, what are you doing? Like, you can't advocate.
I don't even pay him no mind anymore. Like he's all over the place.
I can't fully kill him though, just because I know that's a emotional response.
Yeah, it's
what Snoop did. That's an emotional response. He's from California.
I get it.
He known Kobe his whole life.
But he knows
somebody
better.
came out of their mouth
at this point
about Kobe.
Almost 60 years old. Like, bro, you tripping?
Yeah, but one of his good friends just died. And somebody said something crazy.
I got it.
He said something crazy. It's just he's a celebrity and he forgets. Hey.
So I mean, all right, we got all that. So the deeper conversation I really wanted to have is
that was just for context, so the people get sort of what the threads we're pulling from.
Right. I guess the deeper conversation I wanted to have wasn't even necessarily specifically about Kobe, but there's this ongoing debate that's been getting heated more and more, specifically around people like Oprah and Gayle and all these other prominent black figures in media and celebrity black men, and how when something happens surrounding said person or something has happened or whatever, how they seem to, or how it's perceived by a large portion of people, that they seem to be going harder on these individuals than they would on somebody of another complexion doing similar things. Do you? So I wanted to have this conversation. That's kind of like two, obviously, black young men. What do you kind of feel about this ongoing conversation, specifically around people like Oprah?
Well, I mean, it's kind of just like you can't really describe it any other way. It's like it might not be what they're trying to do, on purpose.
The evidence,
but that's just what it became by all the pieces you put together. Like, it's like you might not be trying to take down specifically black men, but by avoiding white men who do as much and worse, and only focusing on the black men, you are in a sense targeting the black men. And for Oprah and
Oprah's got
others,
the MJ documentary. She was about to do the Richard Simmons one. She did all this, and she had connections, obviously, to all these other celebrities and or powerful men that weren't of a certain complexion that she
Yeah,
doesn't seem to have as much zeal for
she had a
going after
little.
or backing, for like projects on.
Yeah, when the allegations first came out about like Weinstein, I'm pretty sure Oprah defended her relationship with him.
Right. There's plenty of pictures of her with him, and it's weird because he kind of started
And
this
said
whole
she
Me Too
wouldn't
thing,
judge
right?
the book like by the cover. Yeah, actually Monique, even though it was in Rage,
Yeah.
said something about it as well. And she made sense. But yeah.
I just don't think it's like I said, I don't think it's necessarily a conscious effort on their part, but
Yeah.
it's not a good look from the outside looking in because when you do take a look at the evidence per se, like how, like I said, she is executive producer on a lot of these documentaries, which are more like hit pieces than anything. Um,
Yeah.
they're always of certain people, but then when she has those same type of relationships or even closer with certain people in Hollywood and throughout, you're not seeing her backing, projects like that or pushing for stuff like that to be out there. And like, it's like there's two different standards as always, which is
Oh,
always,
for
but
sure.
when it comes
I mean,
from
I'm kind of
somebody
wondering with
of your own,
Oprah, like,
you don't
is
expect
there
it
like, why can't she do like positive documentaries? like,
because they
like,
don't sell.
fam. But that one joint, like, what, the one Rashida did with her dad, uh, um, Rashida Jones
She did one.
of Quincy, yeah, the Quincy doc.
Oh,
That doc was amazing. That
we'll
music
see.
doc.
But how often do people talk about the Quincy compared to they talk about the Michael Jackson one or the Richard Simmons coming up or the R. Kelly one? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, people don't talk about that Michael Jackson one so much anymore.
Not anymore because honestly, the guy is dead for how long? And like you're doing a fucking document. Like, come on. Like, I think people are seeing through the
Yeah.
bullshit on that one. But the R. Kelly one for sure, and the Richard
Yeah.
Simmons ones, which hasn't even come out yet, is definitely being like.
And that's weird. That's so weird.
And he hasn't even
That's
gone to
crazy.
court for it yet, which is even crazier. Like,
That's
the
what
fuck?
I'm saying.
This is
Just
my
like
biggest thing.
they
Like, he
jumping the
hasn't even gone to
gun.
court. And you're
Like
doing a
Gayle
documentary.
crucified Kobe for a charge she was acquitted
Of.
after
Michael
he
Jackson was
died,
acquitted.
before he had his funeral. That's what she did. And then Oprah, like these are the things. Like, you just don't jump the gun. Like, it seems like you already made up your decision to be disrespectful. Just like give it another week or two, maybe next time.
It's like, or let him go to court first. And you're already like, you haven't even gone to court and you're doing a
Yeah,
documentary on him. Like, not even on him, about this specific subject that he has not gone to court for yet. Like, are you
exactly.
fucking kidding me? Like, you don't think that's gonna, portray him before trial in a certain way? You don't think that's gonna have an effect on his trial? Like, come on,
Yeah,
like that's crazy to me.
yeah. Let me somehow subconsciously influence the jury of his peers.
It's like, do you have like some sort of agenda? Because I mean, I don't. I'm not gonna say necessary, but
It's not a targeted agenda.
here's
It
my
just
thing with
happens
Oprah.
to
Like, I don't
be.
think she's had the best relationship with a lot of these so-called like black celebrities, particularly in like music. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
they've shown her the kind of reverence and respect as other people have because for
Right.
whatever reason, like I think there are a lot of bullshit things that are surrounding her, but like I don't think she gets that same sort of love from us that she does
Mm-hmm.
from other people, and I don't know if
Right.
that's kind of like affecting how she goes about these decisions, but I
Mm.
like it's definitely there. Like there's definitely something there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because out of
It's
all,
weird.
like, because you're already getting crucified across all these other networks, and then hop on Oprah shit and everything else, they're doing it too. Like it's like, damn, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's something there for me.
No, there's something there. There's a lot going on. Because I mean, I even saw there. I mean, there's some weird stuff going on. Like, I saw some weird controversy with like, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's strange. Like
It's like
Terry Crews is about to be out of here again for like.
uh, he does. He okay, some of those he deserves because like Terry,
I
shut the
know,
fuck
no,
up.
that's what I'm saying.
Terry,
But that's
just
what I'm
shut the fuck
saying.
up, please.
It's strange. It's weird. It's like, dang, we wanted to stand with you, and then you did some crazy shit.
Yeah, they just God
Like, don't
damn,
come out of
shut
your
up.
mouth and do that. Like, Gabrielle
I
Union.
mean, look, I will say that there's always been an assertion that black men don't look out for black women always to the
Mm.
same degree as it's been you know on their part, and I think there is definitely some point to that. I just think men in general don't look out for women, but I think for sure black women obviously have a very hard time compared to a lot of other people, and we don't always look out like we should.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that is part of it, and that's why it's kind of like coming back. But it's like, it's there's definitely like something there, and it's just weird, and it's like, come on, man, like
It's a thing.
she's talking about Bill Cosby, she talked about like all these other people, and I'm like look at Harvey Weinstein, look at Kevin Spacey, look at all these other names out there that, and you don't see, and you hear about it once. Like, when's the last time you heard about Kevin Spacey shit being brought up? Like, what's really the last time you heard Weinstein shit being brought up? He's the one who started this, and he's by far the biggest monster of them all. If you go by the stories, like how does he not have a documentary? Are you kidding me?
For real, definitely needs an entire day, like a 24-hour
Like, yo, but R. Kelly got what, a 6-part series or some shit like that?
Yeah,
Like, yo,
yeah.
what? Like, that's
Weinstein
fucking weird.
shit's got to be a year-long season. Like, you can't have like what
That
the fuck.
yeah, that's weird, and it's there's some side of energy there that's just off, and like I'm not a fan of it.
Oh wait,
Like,
there was one documentary on Weinstein, but I think that I think that helped add charges to his shit. But I don't know.
bro, if Cosby's in jail, he better be in jail
For
just
real.
as long, if not longer.
For real.
I don't know. It's a very touchy, tough kind of subject, and it's a weird one, man. Like, and I just don't like to see it like going on like that, like it is.
Yeah, it just seems like unprovoked attacks, even though they're just trying to create compelling content.
Just not around certain people, like that really deserve that type of energy and content
Yeah.
behind. I'm not with prosecuting
Yeah.
somebody in public before he actually has his day on trial. Like, that's crazy to me.
For real. Like, spend your money and resources on giving us, like, information about real shit. Or, like, more important people or something. Like, do a documentary on, like, Gabby Douglas or some shit, Like,
Yeah, I mean, I think she
like,
got one coming. Maybe
yeah, but not
I
an
think I saw
Oprah
something.
one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Where's that Oprah stamp? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Oprah stamp? Like, I don't see that Oprah stamp. Like, none of these other
Yeah,
ones,
she
bro.
produced that or not? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
'Cause
what is she producing if
cause,
she ain't on it?
Because they got us out here looking bad, man. And it's just like, man, there's a lot of good shit that is going on. Like, where's the docs?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At this pace, Meek might get a fucking might need a documentary here soon, bro.
Shit. Yeah, but if Oprah does it, it'll be about like the random shit him and Nicki had going on.
Yeah, that'd be
Drake
crazy.
beef.
Like the whole documentary, like an hour. Of it
It'll
about
have
Nicki
Meek
shit
looking
and
crazy.
and the Drake beef and shit. Like, damn, nigga. Like, what's you heard about what's his name? Quint Miller. What do you call him? He called him
Yeah.
Meek Mandela. Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah, nah. Oprah would have Meek looking crazy in a documentary.
yeah, that'd be fucking wild.
Could you imagine? And then take a look at this footage. A small scuffle inside a convenience.
In the last 10 minutes,
or maybe it was a
last 10 minutes
department
would be
store.
about everything else he did. Crazy.
And then she would snitch and tell us some shit we didn't know about that would probably get him in like jail, like because statute of limitations would probably be like 6 months after the film she put out came.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I got weird feelings for her. Like, I'm happy that she's that where she at, but I'm not. I don't like a lot of shit she's done in recent years.
I don't know, man. I mean, I never got the like Oprah's for like the people thing from Oprah. Like I've
People-
never in life thought Oprah was about that.
I thought
I
she
thought
was
she
a
like
great uh
entrepreneur.
like just a figure, like aspiring kind of,
Yeah,
know,
charismatic
like
leader.
see you can make it type of figure, not like one
Right.
that I'm really
Yeah.
like looking at and seeing what they did and like, man, like you did so much, like. Because
Right.
when you really start looking, it gets a little shaky, bro. Like track record gets a little shaky. So it's I don't know, weird. But let's get on to some lighter shit. Um, yeah. So like I said, been a while, so there's a lot of news. We're just gonna touch on some shit really quickly. Batman revealed in a new teaser trailer. Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah.
Well, not
Heard about
trailer,
that.
teaser video. They just kind of showed
Teaser.
his
Robert.
showed his
Well,
outfit.
I mean, he's used to Dark Knights.
They are really trying to hard reboot this reboot. Like,
But why?
they already fucked up, and they're really trying to hard reboot everything because Ben Affleck is no longer
with the
Batman. I
square.
guess. Jared Leto's no
They
longer
just
Joker.
got feminine Ben Affleck to do it instead. They got the young feminine Ben Affleck to do it.
Got rid of Ben out there. Got Jared out there. Like, damn. Thought y'all like already trying to reboot everything you did. Like,
I know, like y'all just did that.
y'all
Like,
just started this shit. Like,
didn't you just say that's a wrap? Like,
that's crazy. Yeah. I
all
feel, I
right,
kinda
now
feel
let's
bad for
redo this again.
I kind of feel bad for Jared Leto, man. Like, I think he's a good actor. I just think what they gave him wasn't great.
Nah, he's pissed. He's probably so mad still.
For
Like,
sure.
I think anytime somebody mentions his Joker, he's
Yeah,
just gonna be
I mean, they cut
fuming
out.
with anger.
They said they cut out like
Everything.
and gave like 10 minutes, and he didn't get to like
Yeah.
expand on anything. That so all we get is what we got. So it's like we don't know anything else you did. Like,
Well, I feel like what they did with that, they kind of ruined Harley Quinn's character too, because like,
which is what I was about to say because the movie came out and it's gotten good reviews. Like from what I've seen.
oh, it has.
It has.
I haven't
it
seen.
Really has gotten good reviews. Like, but it basically bombed at the box office.
Yeah,
Which is
well,
weird
because a lot of her backstory came from like really revealing moments with the Joker, like the
Right.
intimacy.
And the
was,
Joker's
like,
not
really telling.
apparently. I don't think he's in this one at all. I think they mention him, but I don't think he's actually
Right.
in it. And I still thought it would do a lot better because
Yeah.
people like Harley Quinn, but
Right.
I think they just like the aesthetic more than they actually. Because again, the movie was fucking terrible, Suicide Squad. So
Well, it's hard to make a. How do you make a spin-off of a movie that was supposed to be a blockbuster but flop like
right,
a blockbuster? Like,
Right.
how do I make the spin-off
because
bigger
she
than the
turned out to
original
be a
that
hit.
flop?
Because they've sold a lot of like shit around her, so they thought they
Yeah.
could sell a whole movie around her, which.
Well, she was like the only character they cared, like kind of like made.
And Will Smith,
Right.
playing Will Smith.
Yeah, and Will Smith. Yeah, but yeah. But they didn't want to make a Will Smith movie.
I don't think he's in the sequel.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's probably too expensive. after they lost all that money the first time.
Facts. But I think this one really bombs. From what I recall hearing, I think it really bombed, and that's kind of sucks because
Yeah, that's
it
unfortunate.
looked like
if it's good
it's
too,
a good one, and it might kill anything.
And it's quiet for it because it looked like the soundtrack was like curated. Well, it seemed like
It looked
some
like it
songs
was well
popping
done.
off.
Like it didn't look
yeah.
like terrible. Like it looked well done for the most
I'll
part.
have to watch it and give it a try. Maybe we'll come back and
Yeah,
give our thoughts on it.
yeah, I'll definitely watch it. I haven't watched a lot of stuff recently, but I'll watch that eventually. One movie that surprisingly bounced back from the fucking dead was, I don't know if you heard about the Sonic movie that just came out.
Oh yeah, I was confused because it looked like it was coming out for like 6 months or a year.
What happened was they dropped a trailer, I think last year, and he looked fucking terrible. Like, let's be honest, like the design for him was weird as fuck. Like it looked really bad.
Yeah, it was different for
And
sure.
the backlash was so strong from fans that they literally paused when the movie was coming out, took it back for like another 6 months to redo the entire design of Sonic in the fucking movie. I've literally never seen that happen before, ever, in any
That's
movie.
amazing. That's amazing.
This is one time I could say, like, toxic fandom, as they call it, actually worked. You know?
They're like, nah. Don't put that out on me. You gotta fix that first.
And you know how very few studios would be like, "You're right. We're gonna go redo this whole thing." And it's not like Sonic was like wasn't gonna be like the biggest fucking money maker in the world either. Like, so it's like the fact that they did that is, I applaud them for that. It takes guts to like look at yourself and be like, "Yeah, we fucked up. Let's do this."
That's
again.
smart. That's smart on their part, because honestly, like,
And I
Sonic
think it's
saved Sega. Like, without Sonic, Sega dies.
I mean, Sega is dead,
and
basically.
it's only well, yeah, but there would have been no Sega. Like,
Yeah,
Sonic was Sega.
He is iconic. I was never a Sonic kid growing up, but he is iconic, no doubt. And it's crazy that they have Jim Carrey in the movie, which kind of makes you want to see it just because of Jim Carrey.
Huh. Yeah, I kind of want to see that too now.
And I kind of want to see it just because the fact that you had the balls to like look yourself in the mirror and be like, "We fucked up. We're gonna redo it." You kind of deserve the money now. Like, all right, you did what? Like, at this point, it better be a hit, because fans did all that bitching and shit. Every single one that like went online and did that shit needs to go watch the movie because they did it. So if you don't support, then it's like whack at that point. If you don't support,
yeah, it's like, look, I fixed the shit you was complaining about.
Right.
Like, come check it out.
It better be a hit. So, but it's actually gotten relatively positive reviews, which doesn't happen very often for video game movies.
Right. That's what's up.
So let's get into some music shit. I've been really getting back into Rage Against the Machine lately.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dog, this shit is wavy, dog.
Like, I've been watching like a bunch of live concerts and shit they did, and they're fucking epic in concert, bro. Like,
oh, that's tight.
You got like, I forget, maybe at Finsbury Park. There's one of them they did, and the crowd is fucking insane. Like,
yeah.
And the songs they do that are just fucking perfect for like that type of like, that shit just makes me want to go. Like, I need to go see them live. Like, at this point, like, and it just happened to be that they have reunited for this year. Like,
no, they did.
Zach
That's
Baylor
crazy.
is back, man, and they're doing a tour. Doing a tour starting. I think it might have already started. Was it about to start? They're gonna be in Phoenix where I'm at, but in March, which I won't be there for, which fucking sucks. But might have to pull up on you in New York because they come out to New York early August, man.
Ah, that's a good look. You might have to come out here, man.
Yeah, tickets might already be sold out.
They probably are.
It's at Madison Square.
If they're on, yeah.
There's 2 nights though.
You could go to Eventbrite. The good one's probably gone.
They got 2 nights, back to back. That's one out of a few people I want to see like live, they are definitely one of them. Like, after binging like videos on them, like, I gotta see them live. It's just gonna be fucking epic. And I think they're doing Coachella.
Oh, okay, that's tight.
Yeah,
they're gonna kill that.
Hey, and there's maybe a better climate for them to come back and make some new music too.
Sure. The climate's begging for them to be here.
Gotta come back. Bring the rage back, man.
For real.
Bring the rage.
That's tight.
So, I don't know if you saw, there's this fucking Supreme. Like, I'm not a fan of Supreme. I'm not really sure why it's so big like it is. It's such a fucking trend.
Hype beast.
It's so hyped. But they just did some
Supreme
whack shit.
came out with the term hype beast.
They did some real whack shit. Like,
what'd they do this time? I haven't heard. I don't know.
So they just dropped a video on their Instagram page, and it's like the Tupac hologram from, I think, when Dre did his like Coachella set.
Yeah.
And on the underwear, they put Supreme on the waistband.
Oh.
And
weird.
Like, to promote a shirt.
Is that legal?
To promote a shirt that they're selling of an upcoming hologram Supreme t-shirt.
What? They're
doing a Tupac Supreme collection.
Okay.
And that shit just made me feel so gross. Like, that's fucking
That is
gross.
gross. That's mad gross. That's like, oh, all right. Who allowed that?
Right. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's the wackest shit I've seen. Like, that shit really made me mad when I saw it. And I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, it's crazy.
there's no
That
ends to
brand.
the profiting and the, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus.
Yeah, the reason I'm mad at Supreme is because they are the brand that represents trolling. Like they're the troll brand. Like like they came into fashion as a troll,
Right.
essentially. Like
And then they
so
became
like
what they were trolling.
yeah, exactly. That's why I hate it so like they are what they were trolling
Like, it's
now.
like,
And it's
die. What is
to
it?
the fullest though.
What's
They're
this?
like letting it rock. Like, all right, fuck it. You want to pay $80
Yeah, let's
now
sell
for
out. Yeah,
real?
let's sell out,
All
bro.
right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
All
Pay
right, bro.
$100
All
for a
right.
t-shirt, a whack ass t-shirt that just says Supreme on it. You know what I'm saying? Let's slap Supreme on everything and sell that shit for
But
3
you
times.
know
Like,
what
bro.
that did though? That's how Champion came back. Supreme allowed Champion to come back like that.
Bro, that's so whack. Like, what's the saying?
Cause
Yeah,
Champion was never a good brand. Champion was like Russell
available.
Athletics.
It was just available.
It's Russell Athletics. It's just there. What
Yeah,
like
it
who
was
cares?
available, and it's just the
And
the
now
throwback
it's like
feels.
$80.
Like, yeah, it's like, oh my god, this. You remember when you saw pictures from people in the 80s and 90s wearing Champion?
Yeah,
Be cool
man.
again. Like, like nah, bro.
Nah. For real. Like what is happening right now? That shit
This
is
is my biggest thing about
weird.
fashion. Like, as much as they want to be considered art, which there are cases for it, they just do some
Yeah.
corny shit that just annoys the fuck out of me. And like that, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy no Tupac Supreme shit ever, bro. Like the fuck, yo.
I will never own Supreme shit. Unless it's a gift, and I might not wear it.
And they were so like, what's the saying? You either die the hero or you live long enough to be turned into the villain, become the villain. And that's exactly what they are. The prophecy of that. Like, that's a picture of them. Like, Jesus, like, there's no balance, huh? Just sell out to the max as much as you can, huh?
I think that's the new goal. I think Supreme's gonna try to be Gucci now. Watch. They're gonna try to go up another level. They're gonna be like, "Oh,
And
okay."
Gucci's the ultimate sellout. They'll use anything, any urban shit they can.
That's what I'm saying. Supreme's trying to. They're gonna troll to the next level.
Jesus, it's sad. It's sickening. It's fucking
Yeah,
sickening.
man. It is gross. It's really gross. It's weird. Just the kids love it. It's just like,
Well, kids are dumb.
But
So whatever.
for real.
Old man says kids
For
are dumb.
real.
So I don't know if you ever saw Big Sean and the Joe Budden episode that he did. This Joe Budden do his little pull up
The
series.
pull up.
Yeah, I don't really watch it.
Yeah.
'Cause I can only take so much Joe at a time. But I did watch some highlights, and I guess the one point I want to talk about is they finally talked about the Big Sean Kendrick beef that's been
Oh
long
yeah.
thought of
Yeah.
just being insane.
Beef. Yeah. He addressed that in full. I don't know how long the clip was, but
It was a good 10
yeah, I
minutes.
watched the. Okay. Yeah, he talked for a good period of time about it. So
Yeah, he said a lot, but didn't really say anything at the same time because his whole thing was, he said he called Top and he said that there was nothing there and that he wasn't even talking about him and blah, 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 and that he wasn't taking shots at him and then Kendrick wasn't taking shots at him back. And I'm like, you say that, but I don't really believe that shit because when you really listen to like the Hard Four or then you like listen to like what he was saying on his shit and then like you see some of the little, little certain phrases that you don't really hear Kendrick say on any other song
yeah.
that are very popular with a certain rapper. And it's like, I think they lied to your face, bro. I think they lied to your face because I
Yeah.
don't see how you don't get that they were going back and forth.
I mean, yeah, that was funny. So here's the thing, Big Sean. It definitely was definitely withholding information while he was doing that when he was talking, because he kept stopping himself
There was something there.
and then jumping forward. Like it was like he was talking about, like when he mentioned like, all right, so then there was a little tension between us, but then right, so boom, fast forward or whatever. Like I was like, nah, Sean, what the fuck do you mean there was tension? Like you never talked about the tension. How was there tension if you talked to Punch and it was all good, or you talked to Top and it was all good, and like you just like
I don't believe it.
I
Just
don't
I don't think Sean wants no more smoke. Honestly,
yeah, nah, until y'all niggas is on a song bigging each other up in a verse, like verbatim, like Kendrick saying, "Big Sean, you the greatest." Like, Big Sean, you my homie. Like,
yeah.
like I don't believe it. And y'all niggas ain't been in a picture, but I mean,
Y'all ain't
Big
been
Sean
cool
ain't been
since
outside.
y'all ain't done shit since Control.
Yeah.
Y'all was working pretty regularly, and Kendrick don't work with that many people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Kendrick controlled him.
I just think he don't want no more smoke, bro. That's all it sounds like to me. Like,
Look,
doing the
man,
white
just
flag,
like
bro.
Drake. I mean, he said it when he said he ain't talked to Drake, and like Joe Budden kind of said, since Blessings, as a joke.
I don't even remember.
And I was like, Blessings, the song, blessed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And when I was thinking, I was like, shit, he probably really ain't talked to that nigga since Blessings.
Probably.
you know, it was like, because he got 8 on that song too, like by Drake, but like, yeah.
He's supposed to be coming out with a new album this year, so I'm interested. It's been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah. Did you hear that single he put out with
Janae,
yeah.
is that what? Do you have a single for?
Nah.
He just dropped something.
He just dropped something.
I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it was with Janae.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But yeah, I just want to kind of touch on that real quick. That he didn't want no more smoke. That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, I know. That I think that was him trying to clean it up if there was anything to clean up.
felt
like, hey,
felt
Kenny.
fake.
It felt unresolved, if anything. Like he was trying to make it sound like he was cool, but it sounded like unsure. So
Yeah. Move on to some art. So Banksy just dropped another piece, I guess you could say.
huh.
I don't know if you saw.
No.
It's fairly simple. A girl on the side of like a random house in England. A girl shooting like a slingshot, and like up top it like explodes into flowers or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
It's
Thanks,
fairly
Valentine's
simple.
Day mural. Okay. Okay.
And
Word up.
it also got vandalized in like less than 24 hours, which is kind of fucked up, but yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I always wondered, how does he actually, do his shit?
He got spotters, man.
Like,
The whole production.
yeah,
Did you ever see?
you don't think it's set up? Like,
Oh, it's set up, but like I don't know, like
because I don't think he just randomly goes out and then like does the work and somehow slinks away without ever being seen, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, yeah, but I mean, imagine just setting something up. Like it might not even be like.
it's not like he's tagging the wall. You know what I'm saying? Not something.
Yeah, I mean, he could set something up as a lie with the crew of people, and then just show up and do that instead, and then
See, I mean, you think the people in the house are in on it?
I don't think the people in the house, I feel like would like if it's a if it's not a specific target, like then
Yeah, it was just a random house.
people, yeah, like it's a little bit weird only because he knows the power of his work
Right.
now. So that in a sense puts them in danger.
Yeah, you can't just tag anywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody,
Yeah,
you know,
nah, you
people are
can't.
gonna
They
show up
did
now.
this. Yeah, they will show up and
That's
they
gotta
will
help
try to
the
cut.
value of your house
They'll
too.
try to cut off the spray paint part if they, because the flowers are too high. Like they're gonna try to cut it out of the wall, like to preserve the spray paint. Like that's what happens to every Banksy. It's like
Is
they
that what
try to
happens?
cut it off. Yeah, they try to chisel it off if they can. If they can steal it, that's how they try to steal it. Is take the whole wall.
They try to put some fencing up, like that's what I meant. Like, but I always just wondered how he does his shit. Like, how does he operate? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man,
I,
it's crazy.
he got to drop a doc at some point. Like,
I mean, he has to, like, because I mean, these people, I would.
because I just don't know how he's
It's
still getting
crazy.
away with this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's as spontaneous and as secretive as he makes it seem. But like,
I mean, but in all
it's a
honesty,
great viral marketing. It's phenomenal marketing.
but you got to take into consideration what he's doing isn't like doesn't take that long. Like all the work is mostly in the prep. Like if he has
So
a
you do like get a
stencil,
stencil and then just paints in.
yeah, yeah, it's a spray can. Like he cuts out the whole stencil,
Right.
and then it's just in pieces. So he'll either just like have it folded up, and then it just flops out into this piece, or he just has it in three pieces and sprays it, sprays
Right.
it. Now the figure's there, and then I just gotta get up on a ladder and put the shit up there.
Right. But he also has some more involved pieces that.
Oh yeah, the more involved ones, that's a whole other thing. But he's definitely not by
And in
himself.
some very public fucking areas sometimes. Like,
Yeah. Well, he's never by himself. I guarantee you, he's got at least two people with him.
either way, he's a fucking viral marketing genius. I can say that. Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah,
Fucking genius.
legend, viral marketing legend. This nigga got, yeah, nah. It's.
How's he make money?
I don't think. Yeah, he makes money under his name, Banksy. I think Banksy is an official
So like,
title.
if anybody uses it, basically, like, all right.
Yeah, like it's trademarked. Like I don't think it
I
can be used.
I need
but
to see the
it's
behind the
paid out
scenes on all this. You know what I'm
because
saying?
there's like Banksy's like you can't sell a Banksy at Sotheby's unless it's like the artist. Like otherwise it would be like an illegal product. Like it wouldn't be a real art.
Right. So what happened with
So
the
it's
one
like
that he shredded in the auction?
I don't know actually. I didn't follow up on that. I just know they were trying to put it back together. But like
Right. Like,
to
so,
be
but you
honest,
said it was.
but like
Can't
if they
sell it.
can't
So how?
find it,
So how?
so that's the whole thing. He has a studio and people work for him. So like I don't know if this is all literally just marketing. Like I don't know if that was the troll.
That's what I'm
And then
saying.
afterwards
Like,
the
that
collector
felt like
just
marketing.
got the real painting.
Yeah.
Like the collector might have just got the joint. Like
That felt
and
like
then that
marketing.
was just like haha, I'm the collector that the shredder happened to. Like
I mean, it's
and that's
great.
like
It was a great fucking stunt either way. Like, but
yeah, like he could be doing a whole side like thing like where he's literally like mastermind trolling the shit.
he's a fucking
But like
marketing
just has it
genius. Jesus
because
Christ.
all they got to do is like have him sign an NDA if and it's a wrap. So
Bro,
like we did that.
You gotta start hiding your
You
face,
get the
bro.
bread. That's hilarious.
I need you to start doing
This
some pop up
Banksy shit.
LOF cardboard shit, bro.
That's too funny. Shit.
Because he's a marketing genius. Like, the artwork's cool. I'm impressed, but I'm more impressed by like the business side shit, behind the scenes shit, his operations. Like, that's fucking impressive. How long he's been doing it too.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's super impressive.
So in other news, there are some Andy Warhol, I guess, new unseen pieces that are being seen and shown for the very first time. Some drawings he did back in the 1950s.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw.
No, I didn't see that. I heard about it, but
Basically, just some simple, fairly simple drawings like line work, male
yeah, that's
bodies.
all his drawings were like. Um, but the thing was, yeah, Warhol used to draw a lot, but like his thing was about speed and
Yeah, he thought he was like
like
he
act.
wanted to be like a machine or some shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that's why his drawings were like that, is he was trying to draw it perfect but fast, and yeah, those were like his gestures. It's actually really dope.
Hmm. Yeah, so I guess he said he tried to get him in some galleries before in the 1950s, but there was like a lot of homophobia and homophobic fear that that they didn't want to put it in their galleries because it was of
Yeah,
men and eroticized men, I guess. And
yeah. This is before drag queens was a thing, like a term. So
so
yeah,
now it's being seen for the first time.
mm, that's dope. I've seen a couple of them of drawings that people probably haven't seen because I was in the back room of somebody's collection, private collection. I seen some shit. It was like, those are Warhols. I was like, those drawings? They're like, yeah. Like, oh, word? I was like, oh shit. Because it's like so different than like what people know Andy
Yeah,
Warhol for.
it's
So,
very different than what you would typically associate him with.
hmm but yeah, no, it's his for sure.
So that's cool. That's cool.
I feel like that'll kind of give people a little bit of understanding in terms of why Andy was so into Basquiat's style. Because if you look at
Yeah, there's
how
some.
how he drew,
Yeah.
then you see Basquiat's drawing and mark making. You can kind of see some similarity.
So you remember when you did a cover piece or you did a piece about a show that you went to, Mr. Brainwash.
Yeah.
So apparently he is opening his own museum in Los Angeles.
Oh, Brainwash Museum, huh?
He is temporarily turning the former Palais Center for Media in Beverly Hills into his own museum. So yeah, he's able to lease the building, and I don't think all the details have been figured out, but he plans to show only his work in the beginning when it first opens
Wow.
this spring, before inviting other artists to do solo and group shows.
That is crazy. That's so funny.
You weren't
What the
you weren't so
fucking? He's a
hot
troll
on
as
his
well.
yeah you weren't so hot on his work in the piece.
Oh, nah? That's because he's a fucking troll. That he is supreme of art. He's the artist known as Supreme. Like that's why his name is Brainwash,
It's a 3-story building. It'll be full of
man.
his work only to begin with.
Yeah. What's funny is people don't know yet, but like Mr. Brainwash is like pop culture Thomas Kincading himself. He's about to make his art worth nothing in about 5 to 10 years if he keeps on this track.
What track is that?
Well, the more like
He's put
he
out too much
wants it to
stuff.
be every. Yeah, if you put out too much stuff, like your additions start to mean nothing.
Right.
Like it starts to mean nothing. Like cool, like it'll start to show up in thrift stores, kind of shit. Like, like
Yeah.
oh they
Yeah.
didn't like like that's what I mean. It's like once it gets to that point, it's like oh, okay, yeah.
The commodization of his art, basically.
Yeah, I mean it's a thing to strive for, but then it's also
But it's also
detrimental in the
kind
long
of
run.
ironic because that's from what I've seen that is a lot of like in his art already, like the pop shit,
Yeah, but
and
he's
he's
just
like turning
copying it.
into that. Yeah.
So that's what's funny. It's like
Doesn't
there's
he
no
have one of Andy
substance.
Warhol shit? Like he try to remix it or some shit like that. Like
Well, half of his shits are remixes of other people's work. Like all he does is copy shit he sees and like remix it with his idea. Like he looked at Jeff Koons work and then made some shit that like Jeff Koons balloon dogs he thought were cool, so then he did something kind of similar, or like he just kind of does what the other people are doing, like casting those little dogs in bronze as bookends. He decided to do, in the show, like the little uh everything is good or whatever, the life is good or whatever the bullshit was that he said, and then like
So it does
the
not sound
Basquiat.
like you will be going to his museum anytime soon.
Oh, I might miss the opening, but if it's still around in a few years, I might swing out there. I don't want to put too much shine on that. I heard there was a really amazing show at the what is it, the Getty Museum. So yeah, people might want to go see that one instead.
I mean, yeah, because I mean, like even from our stuff, you see the pictures you did. He had like what's the famous like farmers painting? He like remixed that with basically just some colors and a hat and shit.
Oh yeah.
Then there's like a Mickey Mouse statue that's been
Oh
graffiti
yeah, the
or
Mickey
whatever.
Mouse.
Like, and then there's a John Lennon one that looks very
Oh, the John
Photoshoppy.
Lennon. I forgot about those. Stupid. Yeah, they look. Everything he does looks like really basic and lame.
Yeah, it looks like something I would definitely do on Photoshop. A lot of his stuff.
Yeah, like I want to make a Warhol, but like more street arty with like
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely
that's
trying to graffiti type of street art type shit.
yeah, because he was copying Banksy shit, and then he just mixed it with all his favorite artists.
And I quote Dareece Walker: "Take Andy Warhol, Banksy, Jean Michel Basquiat, Jackson Pollock, and Jeff Koons, put them in a blender, and chug." Some harsh words there, man.
I mean, but you get it all. That's it. That's
But
what
you're
it
not
is,
lying, is
man.
what you're saying. But I'm not lying.
I'm not lying. I mean, nobody can tell me I'm lying. That's facts. That's what it is.
Well, if you are into that type of stuff, you can go check it out sometime in early spring. His museum, which is only dedicated to him at the beginning, which is funny. But yeah, go check that out if you want. Let's get right into the real heart of things. So we're gonna talk about the Oscars and the Grammys. As people who've been following us know that we normally have a prediction and kind of a contest to see who has the most right, but unfortunately this year we weren't able to do it because life.
Dario back down.
Yeah, right. I bodied you last time. Life happens, so unfortunately we could not do that for either one of them. But it's one of our favorite things to do. We'll get to it again. But we just want to talk about the two shows in general, our thoughts, winners, whatever. We'll start with the Oscars. I don't know if you have to check it out much. I don't watch these shows anymore because they're entirely too fucking long. But I caught most of the highlights and saw the winners and stuff like that. Saw whatever.
I caught a few highlights. I didn't even really try this year, to be honest. I kind of just heard what I heard through the grapevine.
Yeah, we didn't have anything on it either, so.
Yeah, I was like, well, yeah, because that was the thing. I was like, well, shit. Like, Dario don't want no smoke, so I guess I don't really
I
need
called the top dog. He said we're good.
Oh, okay, yeah. What Punch say? Nah, it was cool. I mean, let's see. What did I hear about the Oscars? All I keep hearing about is that one movie that I haven't seen yet.
Parasite. The big one of the night.
Parasite. That's all I heard about.
I think 4 out of 6.
4?
It might have been
Oh,
nominated
damn.
6 times. Got 4. Yeah.
That's a cleanup.
Best international feature film, which they changed, which used to be called foreign language film, I believe, and now it's just international feature film, which is I think is a dope change.
Oh. Wow, I love that change.
Film is just should be the language of film, not as a only foreign language, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it won there, which was no real surprise. For people who haven't seen it, it also won the Palme d'Or at Cannes Film Festival, which is a huge fucking honor to do. and I think it was again the first Korean film to do that there. So not really surprised that it won Best International Feature Film because it's been blowing up. It won Best Director, which I was kind of surprised by. I really thought, they would have given it to like Martin Scorsese or something like that, because
I would have lost on that. I probably would have lost because The Irishman was dope.
Because let me see, who was I want to say it was Martin Scorsese. It was a really stacked field, honestly, this year for like the top kind of picks because there are a lot of big movies. So it was like Martin Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, Sam Mendes, and Todd Phillips, and I believe that was it. I might be leaving out like Noah Baumbach or something like that, but either way, he won out of a very, very stacked field. You know how Hollywood typically likes to give it to the big names that have been around, that have been doing it for so long, like Scorsese's and Tarantino's. And so I was really surprised that Quentin or Scorsese didn't get it, but wasn't mad.
I wasn't mad. I was a little confused that Scorsese got less love though.
Yeah, that's one thing. Irishman did not get a lot of love, or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, really.
I honestly wasn't that
Joker.
surprised. I still wasn't that surprised
about Joker or Once Upon a Time.
I mean, Once Upon a Time, I liked.
It's a movie about Hollywood in the golden era of Hollywood. Like Hollywood loves those type of fucking movies.
Yeah, I know.
And it's Tarantino. And it's got Brad Pitt. And it's got Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, but it was Leo. It was Leo's fault this time.
I mean, Brad Pitt won.
Brad Pitt ran the movie.
Brad Pitt won.
But Leo was the lead.
There was really two leads.
Yeah, but it was about Leo.
Either way, Brad Pitt won. He got supporting actor. Other than that, it really didn't get much love. I think it got one other thing, maybe one other award. Same with like Joker. I think Joker got like one award. I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't get any big ones. For as much hype as it was, when it first came out. I think I'm kind of happy about that because, like I said, I enjoyed the movie, but I think it was well overhyped for what it really was, which is just a really well done movie.
That it was just a drama. It wasn't a Joker movie.
That borrows extremely heavily from, Scorsese's previous work and works of that ilk. So
yeah,
I didn't feel like it was so deserving as people were like claiming it to be.
Yeah,
but
it felt like a Clint Eastwood film.
Yeah,
like.
I mean, I am happy that Joaquin Phoenix won Best Actor though, because he did do a really good job in that movie.
Yeah, that body transformation too.
He's just a phenomenal actor in general.
Like that dedication. Yeah, and that's the thing. I wasn't mad at him. I was mad at certain aspects of the movie, and that's why I didn't think it was amazing. I thought it wasn't
blown away.
I was really good. Yeah,
I was like, he's.
But I do want to see another one.
Yeah, I was like, he's great in it for sure. But the overall movie was pretty standard. I thought
there were some holes too that I was annoyed by, but whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. But nah, Joaquin Phoenix was on point.
Irishman didn't get much love,
which is crazy. Honestly, I thought that I was kind of
like
shocked.
A legacy film too for him, basically.
Yeah, and I never sat through 3 hours so easy.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, the three.
It's a three-headed monster right there. Yeah,
yeah, that shit. Like Joe Pesci annihilated that shit.
Yeah, very subtle.
Like, I'd never seen him move that slow.
Very subtle. Very opposite of the roles he did before, which is why I think he agreed to come back and do it. Because I don't think he wanted to come back and do the same cliches he had done basically his whole career. That's why he walked away in the first place.
Yeah, because he had to come out of retirement for it. Like, and actually, the word was he said no to Scorsese like twice. Wow, like 2 or 3 times. Like, nah, I'm not doing nothing. Like, it sounds just like the other shit we did. Like, we already did that. But
yeah, I mean, I'm not so surprised because, like I said, you haven't seen Parasite.
Yeah, I haven't, so I don't know. But...
So I wasn't surprised because it legitimately lives up to the hype. Like, it's a great fucking movie. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't really, yeah, I can't really say too much. I don't want to say too much about it because it'll give shit away about it. But
Yeah.
I, it's a good movie, and it deserves everything it got pretty much this year.
Yeah.
So I was not mad about the winners because I think
Mm-hmm.
like the major ones, like I didn't see Marriage Story, so I don't know about their roles in that. I didn't see 1917, so I mean as cool as it looked, I don't think it was. I think it was more like a technical type of performance than it was best
Did that
film.
one dog like Kid War movie
Kid
win
War.
Jojo
Oh,
Rabbit?
no, it only won maybe one that I know for sure, and that was adapted screenplay.
Oh, okay.
So Taika
Oh,
Waititi
wow.
won for that because it was based on a
Oh,
book. And
interesting.
yeah, but other than that, no. Parasite was
That
the
was
big
hyped
winner.
up.
Like honestly, like Parasite,
That's crazy. Parasite killed these
and it was
niggas.
the first like for those that
Came in
don't know, it
sweet.
was the first Korean film to ever win.
That's dope.
And
That's big.
the one first Korean director, first Korean best picture, first, and like
Mm-hmm.
it was dope. Yeah, the whole I mean, like he had one of the best speeches I can ever remember in
Mm.
recent times, like most endearing ones, because he like when he won for best director, he was like so surprised and shocked, and like he just showed so much love to like everybody else that he was like nominated with.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and like I think it's monumental for the fact that it's proven that now it's like really proven that there is a shift, kind of in movies, and that it's opening and expanding even more. And that if a movie that's like entirely in Korean with subtitles can be as big as it got, I think
Yeah,
it's gonna
right?
open the door for like way more type of uh opportunities for like foreign films and stuff like that. So,
Definitely.
and I think they're catching up. Like Korean films have been getting better and better from what I've seen. I normally watch them for the like other martial arts, but there's definitely catching up happening in other parts of the world, especially like Asia when it comes to film. So
Mm-hmm.
the fact that this one is a big fucking moment, I think, in Hollywood.
Yeah. That's tight. It's good. More diversity.
For sure.
Now we got, new members in the voting committee.
I mean, more diversity, but it was still like all, I think, male and white field aside of him, pretty much. But yeah,
Mm,
it's, I mean, if anything, it's for sure like studio options for sure have increased for them.
nice.
Um, yeah,
All right.
if you haven't seen it, you need to go see Parasite.
Word up.
They still didn't have a host, which that might be a thing going
Why are
forward.
they even having the awards anymore?
They don't have hosts anymore, so I guess
Send them shits in the mail then. Shit.
they got to pat they separate themselves. That's never not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's crazy.
what else happened that night? Not much. Like it was pretty uneventful. Like the performances were pretty well. There was only one that I think should have won, and that was best original song. They gave to John Elton. I mean Elton John. It's Elton John. Forget the name of it, but for his song he did in Rocket Man.
Oh,
Over,
really?
I forget her name, but the lead that played Harriet Tubman
Uh-huh.
and Harriet, the original song for that. And I hadn't heard the song before, but then they performed it, and that was
Yeah.
by far the best performance of the night, like not even close. And the song is just better than Elton John's, and I think Rocket
Right.
should have won over that. And I think a lot of people felt that way, but that's
They
about it.
just Yeah, that comes to one of those name recognition
Yeah, it's
things,
Elton John.
I think.
Like, I'm not surprised, but I think that the other song was just
Yeah.
better. Yeah. Other than that, like you said, Joaquin Phoenix won, Brad Pitt won, Laura Dern won her first one. Bong Joon Ho, who's the director of Parasite, won. Parasite won a lot. And yeah, that was pretty straightforward and uneventful. But you definitely, if you have not seen Parasite, bro,
Oh, I'm
watch
gonna watch it.
Parasite.
No, what's funny is because like the delivery guy said that. Like
Did
everybody
he?
said it. Yeah, yeah, fam. The delivery guy's like, yeah, I've been watching too much, man. This movie Parasite. I don't
It's
know,
good,
man.
bro.
Like,
It's a good movie. Like it's a fucking good movie.
yeah,
And you
it's
know
like
what's
you don't even have
crazy
to
is
watch the trailer. Just watch it. I'm telling
yeah,
you.
trailer won't tell you shit about it. Like you just got to go into the cold, like I did, and like see what it is. And
Mm,
what's crazy about it is that when it first came out, I think it only did like $300,000,
mm,
because it wasn't even available. I think in a lot of countries, and they didn't have a ton of marketing or advertising for it, and
right.
it kind of just blew up by word of mouth. Like people were like, "Oh, Parasite, Parasite, this, Parasite, that." That's how I heard about it. It was word of
Yeah.
mouth, and like it just kept blowing up, blowing up, blowing up. It's like this viral type movie, kind of very similar to me. Like Get Out was how Get Out was like the smaller film that wasn't expected to
Hmm.
go like it did, and then when it did, like the word of mouth kind of carried it, and it's crazy that word of mouth carried. Even though I don't think Get Out won much that year, even though it should have. It's
Hmm.
crazy that it carried this Korean film all the way to like the states and to
To
Oscars.
sweeping
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Oscars like
it's
this.
fucking
That's it.
yeah, it's a sick story for sure. So that was dope. That was definitely dope. Yeah, like Renee Zellweger won for Best Actress, which I didn't see. Judy,
I
the
didn't even
movie
know
she
she
was in,
was.
the movie about Judy
Oh.
Garland, like biopic, whatever.
Oh shit! I'm gonna watch that then. That's crazy. I forgot Renee was still out here.
Yeah, a
She
lot of
got
people did. Then she did that, I guess, and blew people's minds.
yeah. All right.
Roger Deakins won for 1917 cinematography, and he's a fucking phenomenal cinematographer. And I could see it. I haven't seen 1917, but from what I've seen, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What else? Was there anything? Yeah, no, it was like I said, pretty straightforward. Not big surprises outside of Parasite for people who haven't seen it. But people who saw it, it was pretty. The writing was on the walls. So
Mm.
another year,
All
another Oscars. Nothing groundbreaking happened.
right. Except ratings being the lowest of all time.
There's just not much excitement. Like it's just like I don't know.
It was
I don't know
groundbreaking
what they have to
because the
do.
ratings hit the ground.
I don't know what they have to do, but it's just
Well, they should know it's obvious. Like, maybe pay attention to the highest grossing movies.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, but this
action,
year, I
like
think this
fucking
year
the
wasn't
superhero
this
movies.
year wasn't so bad though. Like
Yeah,
it wasn't like when
yeah, but
Dark
like,
Knight didn't get shit, or like when Avengers and all that was like, well, did Avengers?
yeah,
Actually, no. Did Avengers come
nah.
out last year?
Black Panther was the only
Black
one that
Panther,
got
yeah.
love.
Avengers, yeah, yeah.
They don't. They still aren't really
They're still
checking
very,
for
yeah,
it
yeah.
like
It's still snobbish, and whatever.
that. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's that. If they want an audience, that's where everybody
Yeah. Hey,
is.
but they keep going international with it. They get that international audience to make a difference. So
Yeah, but then their movies aren't gonna get trophies because we're gonna be starting to be like we're gonna want more international categories. But that's a good thing. So hey, keep fucking it up. Keep changing. The
all
Oscars
right.
so white. It's a couple years ago. Look at us now.
Whatever.
Parasites winning.
So
So yeah, the Grammys.
yeah, let's get to the Grammys. Again, I just didn't watch it. Watched the highlights. Watched all the performances. Watched some of the
Same.
speeches and awards, but
Mm-hmm.
fairly uneventful.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't any controversy.
Billie
So,
Eilish won like everything,
wow.
which I knew was gonna happen because she's like been anointed the next, everything. Um,
Yeah.
Even though I have a lot of issues with that because I don't think she's as amazing as people keep saying her shit was. But yeah, whatever.
I mean, she wasn't the basically they pushed the button on her like they pushed the Lizzo button, but like
Lizzo
Billie
won pretty
Eilish,
big too.
yeah, well that's the industry. These are like industry plans. But like Billie Eilish, she is good. She's just not extraordinary.
But people are
Like
talking
she
about
can.
her like she's like the next fucking Michael Jackson. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, she's kind of
Bring it back.
she's kind of like if Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain were one person. Like if Courtney was Kurt Cobain, like she'd be Billie Eilish.
Like, yo, I think she's dope, especially for her generation. Like the shit that she talks about. Like I said, my reaction like didn't really resonate to me because of the shit she was talking about. But like, I can see it resonating to her generation specifically. And she's definitely ahead of her years in terms of like
Did you hear her
songwriting,
new
which
joint?
she helps a lot with her brother. Um,
The James Bond.
yeah, I've seen the trailer too. That shit looks
Yeah.
fire as fuck. But yeah, um,
The soundtrack's out fire. The new Bond song sound lit.
yeah, better than
I fuck with
better
it.
than Adele, that's for sure. Adele was
Yeah,
trash.
actually, yeah, Billie Eilish is like what a Bond song should sound like. I'm like, oh shit.
Like, look, she's fantastic. I just don't think she's as fantastic as they keep trying to tell me she is.
Yeah, I mean, I was with her when she said Ariana should have won.
For which one?
Album. Psych. Not the album of the year. I just think Ariana's was better. I thought Billie should be like third or fourth place in the album of the year
I just
category.
think album of the year is kind of trash, anyways. The whole category.
Yeah,
You
it's
left
just
out a
weird.
lot of shit.
Yeah. Oh, but then what? Nipsey got like 2 Grammys, right?
Yeah, I got one for Hire with DJ Khaled, the video.
Yeah.
Did he get a song?
John
Rap
Legend.
song?
Racks in the Middle.
Was that what he won for?
I think it was Racks in the Middle, or at least that's what I heard. I gotta look it up. Let's see.
Best rap performance, yeah, Racks in the Middle. Which I'm kind of surprised. I didn't. It's not my
No, I was
favorite
surprised
Nipsey
when
song,
they said that.
but
I
all
was
right.
like, "Oh, word." Yeah, I was confused. Like,
I was a
okay,
bit confused by that one, but I think I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't sound bad,
but it
but
made
it
the
doesn't sound
cut.
bad.
I
But I'm
think
not
the
sure who won that one if he was still here.
I mean, higher he would have won no matter what. I feel like that was a big song.
Yeah, yeah, over. Uh, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, in contention, but that song's one of the that's a big song. You can put that song on now. It's still good.
Throw balling. You can throw London on too. Balling.
Eh.
Hey, I'm not slandering him. I love him, but I think it.
Yeah.
I think it'd be different if he was here because they didn't show him that type of love when he was here. So it's like,
No, true. I just was confused. I thought, I mean, these are kind of the Racks in the Middle kind of feels like just throwing it to him a little bit, like
it's not my favorite song. So I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, Rex in the middle. So, best rap song? A lot?
oh yeah, that's confusing. But it's J. Cole. It's really because of
You
J.
got that
Cole's
J. Cole
verse.
bump.
That's all. That's why it won.
Got that J.
It
Cole
won
Grammy
because of J.
package.
Cole. They gave it to J. Cole because that's his. Isn't that his first Grammy?
Yeah, as I said, J. Cole doesn't win a lot.
Yeah,
He's
no, I think
respected,
that's J.
but
Cole's
he
first Grammy
always gets snubbed.
on somebody else's shit.
21
That's so.
Forest Hills Drive the year, he definitely got snubbed for that one. But
Yeah.
all right, a lot, I guess. Cool. I guess. I guess. I guess. I don't know. Sure.
They, you know what's so funny because he literally just said like, what was that song where he said he should win a Grammy last year. The middle child.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just saying it.
Right. Why? Yeah, his last fucking album was so fucking good. Yeah, I don't know, bro. All right, bro.
Yeah, they didn't give him shit. Like,
yeah, all right. You know the Grammys. They don't know what the fuck they're
yeah,
doing.
fam. I was confused because that was yeah. So I'm waiting to see what Cole's next album sound like because I feel like he coming for niggas. Like,
So, best rap album.
best rap album.
Again, this was by far the most interesting part of the whole night. Not just
Yeah.
when and the speech she gave after.
After,
not on
yeah.
the stage, but after.
Yeah, behind the stage.
We're gonna talk about that right after this. But Igor, that's a rap album.
Fam,
Bro, where have I
I'm
been?
so mad at the Grammys for that.
What?
I was so confused. I was like, what are you talking about? He raps 3 times. Maybe twice, actually. Like, what? And somebody asked me to explain it. And I was like, well, let me tell you this way. Post Malone's not considered a rapper. And like, huh? I was like, yeah, no. But some people think Post Malone's a rapper.
Right. He's never in those rap categories, is he? Like, not for album.
No, not for album.
So how the fuck is Igor in there?
And there was a perfect example of that night. I was confused because Anderson .Paak, he won
R&B.
best R&B album for Ventura.
Your favorite.
There was more rap, dog. There was more rap on Ventura than Igor.
Right. Igor,
But
he got like
Igor's
5
more
verses
R&B.
total.
That's what I'm saying. But they're gonna still call Tyler's
This nigga singing
Igor
the whole time. Like, have you heard Earthquake?
rap.
Right. Where's the rap?
For real. Like, that's some straight up, like, yeah, we're not going to put you over here, buddy.
And, okay,
Like,
so we already agree that was a trash nomination. I think he should have won for something for Igor for sure because
that could have been best album.
It should have been in the best album category. It should have been at least nominated for best album. I don't understand how the fuck it wasn't. But, well, I do understand, but I don't at the same time.
They had to make room, Dario, for
but
the industry plan.
For people that don't know his speech afterwards, he basically said it's bittersweet because he's very honored to win the Grammy and get noticed for his work and da-da-da-da. But getting it in the best rap album, like urban categories, like kind of saying, what'd he say? It's kind of like the N-word, calling him a nigga, but not. Like, urban's just another word for nigga, basically. And
yeah, it's like, use another word for nigger, like,
and not getting his props as like, just an artist and like would he even subscribe as a pop album, like not being respected because you switch up and go like different genres and like they don't know what the fuck to do with that because you're black and like you've been known as kind of a rapper but you clearly didn't put out a rap album and you still get kind of, it's like when it's the same thing that Childish goes through.
Oh yeah,
because wasn't his shit wasn't a rap album?
I think they did put. Did they put that in there? I think there was some kind of confusion. I feel like some of the songs, maybe it was just a song or something, but yeah, it was something weird about like them not saying it was
when he literally didn't rap on the entire album.
Yeah. And they kept calling him rapper, like everything about it was funny. Like, yes. And then I went to his concert and he only did like 4 or 5 of his rap songs. Like, it was so funny.
It's like, I understand the frustration. Like, it's like, bro, like nothing he did was rap, and he even says it wasn't rap. And like, there's way more deserving rap albums, and like, he deserves to be in the mainstream pop fucking category. Like for that project.
Yeah, like why can't he said that, like why can't we be pop? Like why can't I just be
it's the most popular fucking, genre, whatever, but like the fact that they're off to the side in their own little side category, and even when you try to break out, they still kind of put you in that box. It's fucking crazy, yo. It's 2020.
Yeah.
It's 2020.
That's so
Like
confusing.
rap
But yeah,
isn't like a mystery anymore. Like, bro, it's been the biggest fucking thing in the world for the past decade plus.
for real. And yeah, and it was just even more glaring to me because of, like I said, that example with Ventura winning the same night
As R
and
and
it
B,
being a
like R&B.
as R&B. I was like, are those categories switched? Like Ventura is a rap album with
With
R&B.
more soul than R&B, honestly.
Like yeah, it's like a soul hip hop, like a hip hop soul samples like tape. Like, it's a smooth R&B, but like not like, I don't know. It was weird. Tyler shit was all singing, like all harmonies,
Yes,
and you couldn't even tell who
man.
the other people were that were singing because like he changed their voices. So
An
I don't
urban contemporary album.
know. A new new black music. That's a
Lizzo won strictly off of popularity
yeah.
because Jessie
Hmm.
Reyes album was way better than that.
Yeah, easily. Way more replay value.
Because I Love You just has bigger singles.
Yeah, exactly. The mainstream button, the radio play,
Will they ever
mainstream
get black
plant.
music right in the Grammys? You think
Mm,
black artist music right?
I have no idea. Seems like every time they kind of
Every
get it
time it's
right.
like on a platter for them to like do the right thing, they fuck it up. Like couldn't have been easier this
In
year.
a way that's really embarrassing. Like it's not even like an almost like, oh, all right. It's like, damn, what? Like, like it's like they don't just like kind of fuck it up. Sometimes they really stick their foot in their mouth, like on some like, what the? How is that even possible? Like Tyler being best rap album. How is that even
How's
possible?
it even a rap album? Like what the fuck?
Nobody who's a rap fan is gonna call that a rap album.
And like I don't know. I This is why people don't watch the Grammys because black music is by far the most popular, and you can't get the most popular like fucking music right. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Still, it's 2020. Like, what
for
the
real.
fuck?
Because rappers would actually like to have a chance at acknowledgement.
Right? They act like everybody says they don't give a fuck. They do, bro. Like they do.
Yeah,
They just
like
don't want to
stop
be
giving.
acted like they're like some side act. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
That's
not
what
the
I'm
biggest
saying.
artist in the fucking world. Like
So, like to Tyler's point, he kind of feels like that's just like the black category. Like, put all the niggas over here. Like
they're
yeah,
not
you,
like I
you
said,
didn't
like they're
really
not the
rap,
biggest
but
artists in the fucking world and they don't get treated like it. Like I get it. I fucking get it.
yeah,
It's
man.
frustrating. It's
Wasn't
annoying.
there? Oh, there was one more thing. Oh no, I'm not gonna bring it up. It wasn't even crazy.
I just like, all right, so record of the year was Bad Guy, which I figured.
I
I
heard that song all year long on
I figured
everything.
it was fucking massive. Like, yeah, like, all right,
But
I'll give it
honestly,
to you.
Crown is probably the more popular song.
I'll give it to you. Album of the year. The category by itself was kind of trash. Lil Nas X was an album of the year.
Okay,
Seven was
because
nominated for album of
that's
the
gross. All right,
but Igor
why?
couldn't make that. Hold on,
Yeah.
Seven got nominated, but Igor did not.
Mm-hmm.
Grammys. This is why people hate you. This,
Yeah.
this is this is it.
This is why. This is
This is
exactly
it.
why.
This is it. Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
Well, even Bonnie Bear's worst album still got nominated for album there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Bonnie Bear.
Well,
I don't know. The
she won.
Grammys are
Billy
trash.
Billy won for album of the year. Whatever. Which I'm not surprised by. Song of the year also she got for Bad Guy.
That's so weird. Honestly, Crown is the song that's picking up the most steam right now.
now, but Bad Guy was all year.
Yeah.
She got
Crown's
best
on
new
everything,
artist.
though. Well, that's obvious. I mean, not obvious, but obvious.
It was obvious that they were gonna do it.
It would
Best
have been
pop
stupid for them not to.
solo performance. Truth Hurts over Bad Guy.
Oh. Okay.
Best pop duo
Throw
group
somebody else.
performance. Old Town Road, of course.
Yep.
Best pop vocal album. When We All Fall Asleep by Billie Eilish.
Like, why can't Igor be in best pop vocal?
I don't know. There's a lot of the categories. I'm not gonna go into all of them, like electronic and all that shit. We talked about R&B, rap, pop. So yeah, the last one I guess we'll talk about is well, let's see. Old Town Road won for best music video.
I mean, that
The
video was hard.
remix.
The video was hard. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
mad.
guess so.
The video was hard.
Oh, yeah, I don't talk about any of. Did you see any of the performances?
I saw like a clip. I didn't watch all of the performances.
Watch most of
Apparently, Demi Lovato's
She was the best.
thing. Yeah,
She was
that's what
the
I've heard.
most powerful for sure because the song itself was. I think it was a new song. I think it was the first time she sung it live, and it's
Yeah, I think it's the first time since she had her relapse.
and the song is specifically about like that, like her cries for help, and like when she first started out, she had to stop, and then she started again, and like tears were rolling down. You know, it was just like a really emotional, powerful like moment. Specifically with the song that like backing, which is specifically speaking on that, and like you just know everything that was going through her mind, and all that shit. So like it was just a really strong moment for her and like the Grammys and all that. So like that was a super dope performance.
Right.
Lil Nas X did his thing, I guess. He's still eating off of Old Town Road to the fucking max.
Forever.
He literally had everybody, like BTS. He had Billy Ray. He had Mason Ramsey.
Yeah.
And Nas.
Yeah.
For a remix. Which is, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
I love Nas, but I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nas, give that verse to a rapper. Give a rapper a verse real quick.
Yeah, I guess he couldn't. That was a big check he couldn't walk away from, I guess.
Yeah, nah, the label. Yeah.
The
Whatever you
royalties on
want,
that, you know what I'm
Nas.
saying? It's hard to want.
Alright, for real. Yeah.
not too
Oh,
bad.
and I get some pub. Give me some
Right.
pub with that. Like.
So that was interesting, but for the most part, the performances were pretty trash, bro. Like pretty dry as fuck. Like I don't know how many times we're gonna see one person on stage with the backing piano just fucking singing the whole time. Like somebody I tell them like that shit is just ain't gonna cut it no more. Like come on, bro. Like it's the
Yeah.
same shit over. And over
It only
and over,
works
bro.
if Alicia or Lady Gaga do it.
And Alicia.
If it's not
again,
them two,
hey, I'm cool with Alicia being the host full time forever because she's fucking good at that shit.
yeah.
She's good. She is phenomenal at that.
Hell yeah.
But God, this performances. Can we just get a Kendrick performance every year? Like, come on, bro. Like,
Shit. For a minute, I was getting the
like there's no creativity, bro. Like, there's no creativity to this shit. Like, it's so fucking straightforward and basic. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
Like, this is your moment, and this is all you do. Like, really?
For real though. Yeah, they don't try to stand out or do anything special.
Yeah, it's been. I don't know. It was pretty uneventful, pretty boring, pretty straightforward. Expected. Like, no real surprises other than them fucking. Well, I guess even them fucking up the rap categories, no surprise again. But most exciting part was Tyler's speech that came after the show. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even on the show. Like he did that shit on stage. I was like, yo, all right, let's get to it then. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't do it on stage. So,
right.
Most exciting part of the show came after the fucking show. So, I don't know. These award shows and not living up to the mark right now.
Grammys, schmammies.
But yeah, so caught back up on a lot of stuff. Like I said, we didn't get a chance to do our predictions and winners this year, but didn't miss too much honestly this year. So
yeah, slow.
If you guys are interested, if you guys watched any of the shows like the Grammys, or the Oscars, let us know your guys' thoughts on any of them. Any surprises for you? Do they need to do anything specifically to spice things up? Yeah, just let us know your thoughts about that. Let us know your thoughts about anything that we talked about today, which we talked about a lot. Let us know wherever you watch it, or listen to us. That's on YouTube, SoundCloud, and Apple, any of the streaming, platforms where podcast goes up. Just let us know, okay, if you liking these podcasts and you want to hear more, like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions about this show, past show, or any future shows, you can let us know in the comments directly, or you can email us at podcast@livinglifefairs.co. And if you like any of the gear that we rock in these videos, like this new shirt that should be dropping this week, or the gear that Dareece is rocking over there, head on over to the official site and grab some for yourself. But till then, we will be back with another podcast shortly. It will not take as long as this last one did. We have some new stuff in store for you this year. Some big things happening on the site, so definitely head over to the site and check everything out else that is going on. But until then, like I said, we'll catch you guys shortly. Do what, Dareece?
Keep living life fearless, y'all.
Yep, stay up, and
until next time,
always glad to kick with y'all. Peace.
Yep. 2020, doing it big.